Hello there everybody, it's Patty. I'm on my way to pick up Lou from the Hampton Inn. He came all the way down here from Massachusetts to go film with me in St. Augustine and probably a few other places. I am pulling into the Hampton Inn right now. Where is he at? Let's see. There he is. There's my boy Lou.
What's up, guys?
All right, in the back. All right, I'm gonna open up the back. I'm here.
GT.
City gates in the daytime, and at nighttime they say that you can see a woman that used to stand here and greet people into the city back in the old days. Can't never get into nothing there anymore. This is crazy. There's the tree, Patty, right here. So I'm taking it from here. That's the tree. Cool.
Oh, check. Did you see the pine cone right there in the box?
Yes, I saw that.
Huge. This is the fourth piece cut from that tree.
So it's huge.
Yes. Yeah. I'm on the trip over there again. 1900 years old.
You can almost see a face in that mirror.
I wanna put the fleur on real quick.
A little boy, most likely about yay big. We always try to picture that youngster dressed in old-time clothing, old Bermuda shorts, tattered t-shirt, fender. Picture that child playing in front of this tree. The one in the front of the graveyard. Now the reason we ask you to picture that child in that tree is because over the years, have seen that little boy playing and climbing in that tree. However, as soon as you say that, someone will dispute it. Now the irony here is, what they usually dispute isn't the existence of the child. Usually it's just where it is. They claim to have seen him. Usually they'll say something like, oh, no, he wasn't in the tree. No. When I saw him, he was running back and forth along the side of the graveyard there. A couple of years ago, before we built this platform, we used to have this part of the conversation right over here in the corner of the parking lot. One day we're getting ready to go into the drugstore there. As we start to depart, the children up front, they start this little murmur among themselves. So, you know, naturally their parents ask them, what's wrong, what's going on? And these kids, they all said the same thing, which is, we think we saw him. We think we saw him back there, back by the mausoleum. Now, I don't know if those children actually saw him or not, because when I turned and looked, I did not see him. However, I've always remembered that day, and I remember it mostly because they say it's children who usually see him first. And they say it's children who usually see him the most often. Now, over the years, we have all come to call this child by the name of James. And the reason we do that is because in the front of the graveyard,
You got it.
up there by that gate,
Sandra's got her K2 or K2 meter too.
See, up there by that gate sits a small tombstone. And when I say small, I mean this big. And on that little white tombstone, it just says, James. The dates it gives, it lets us know that that child, he was only 5 years old when he lost his life. And to this day, there's no one who can tell you for sure what it was that actually took his life. Now, the prevailing story is, most people believe he was climbing that tree. They say he was climbing that tree on a dare from his friends. He got too far up, slipped, he fell, broke his neck. However, as soon as you say that, someone will do that too. And they'll say, nope, no, that's not what happened at all. That little boy, he got caught up in the remnants of the yellow fever epidemic. Whatever the case may be, whenever someone new in town says, hey, don't think you're crazy, but I could swear I just saw a little boy in that graveyard. Almost everyone in St. Augustine, they'll just reply with, oh yeah, it must be our friend James. Now James, he's not the only apparition that the Kalamata is known for. While you're staying here in the ancient city, if someone says this phrase to you, if they say, the ghost bride, okay, once again, you'll know they're talking about a legend that was born here in the Kalamata. Because back in the 1930s, there were a couple local high school boys who, I mean, categorically, they just didn't believe one single word about what they heard about this place. They didn't believe any of the rumors, the myths, the superstitions, none of it. They called it all a bunch of malarkey. So they decide, you know, they're going to be mythbusters, if you will, and prove to everyone in this town that there is nothing going on in that silly graveyard. Well, to do so, they got themselves a tent. One dark night, they take their tent, and they pitch it right smack dab center of the graveyard, with the intention of spending the entire night sleeping, camping, right here in the Kalamata. And truth be told, they actually did all right for themselves because they got about 3/4 of the way through the night, no problem whatsoever. And then, well, then they hear this dreadful outside this tent. And at first, I guess they were bothered because they bumped into the same thing. You think, well, you know that, right? You know, that's some of our buddies. So just open the tent, we'll shoo them away, we'll finish out the night. They open the tent, what they see shocks them. According to these boys, they saw an old woman. An old woman, which they said had long gray hair that completely covered her face. It went all the way down to her stomach. And she was just hovering there, floating with no feet whatsoever. Well, they get one look at that and yeah, they panic. They go running up the front of the graveyard, back into the center of town. That night, and every single night after that night, they told everyone they knew and everyone they met about what happened to us that night in the Kalamata. One evening, they've actually got a group of people gathered around, and they're telling their story. You know, I mean, they're really trying to share the experience as they're speaking. This old man, he steps forward in the back of the crowd, and he says to them, I know who it was you saw that evening. This old man goes on to explain about how this couple buried their daughter in her wedding gown. Apparently, this young woman, she died the week of her wedding. She died of a faint heart, so she never actually got a chance to participate in her own wedding ceremony. Well, to honor this ceremony that she couldn't be a part of,
If you look right there, it looks like a little boy, and you could see his arms.
Yes.
You see his arm?
Oh my gosh, she caught an apparition.
That's cool. He's right between the two
he
graves.
is. Oh my gosh. That is amazing. You gotta send me that picture.
We all know the train of a wedding dress.
She caught an apparition of the little boy they're talking about right now.
if you spend any of your individual time, you know, in this specific neighborhood, you're over there at one of those popular walks. If you suddenly, out of nowhere, see a veiled figure just whoosh right by. All right, I'm guessing it's one of two things. It is either A, or B, possibly the ghost. Now at this point, we're going into that building over there.
Okay, so I'm gonna snap a few pictures.
This building, yeah, it's always had a reputation for being restless. Now, they built this place when science and medicine and technology, those things, they were in rudimentary stages at best. So when we turn and take a gaze at these products here on the shelves, they do give us a nice, you know, kaleidoscope of history, if you will. But the one thing you and I have to keep in mind is the vast majority of these products, they do not, I repeat, do not have what we would nowadays refer to as scientific validity to back them up. Because the vast majority of these products, they're usually just combinations of water and grain alcohol and opium mixed together. In some cases, what they would do was, they would actually just change the label on the bottle to reflect something that might cure whatever that specific individual happened to be suffering from. Now, as much as these products give us that history, it still pales in comparison to the history that you and I are standing on. Because the Spicingers, they built this during the calendar year 1887. And during that time, this physical land, and also the parking lot we were just in, all of this land, it was still part of the Kalamado Cemetery. So technically right now, we are all standing on ancient Native American burial ground. So what could go wrong, right? There's a little tradition here in town, it's done mostly by the locals, the people who actually live here. When they're downtown, even if they're not going on the Wax Museum tour, there are people in the town who will take a moment of their day to come into this building to reaffirm one thing, and it's this right over here.
That's right, for me and Patty.
See this right here is the headstone for Chief Telemato. Chief Telemato was the leader of the Telemato Nation, the tribe who this cemetery is named after. Now the local belief is, as long as the chief is in his original resting spot, which by the way, I don't think this is the original resting spot. But the local belief is, as long as the chief is in his original resting spot, everything should be peaceful and copacetic. Because folks in this part of Florida, they have a ton of these old stories and wives' tales and superstitions based on the outlandish funeral practices that did actually take place in the Telemato Cemetery. And apparently, yeah, back in the late 1880s, over at the Telemato there, they had a little reoccurring issue, if you will. This was the problem of burying people alive.
Ooh.
Yeah, I always pause after I say that one. I just let it sit there, you know? Because when I first read it myself, my thought was, how does that even happen? But then, if you think about it for a moment, you could see easily how it could happen, especially if you put these potions, these tonics, these elixirs into the mix. Someone takes one of these things, they have a negative reaction because, you know, it has in it more opium than they thought, because they weren't expecting it to have any opium, probably. They slip into a little semi-coma, if you will, and don't respond for a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks. Back in those days, the family thinks to itself, all right, I guess it's their time. Let's go ahead and make the arrangements. They make the arrangements, they have the poor soul laid to rest, only to find a couple of weeks later, when they're actually in the Telemato, visiting the gravesite, that's odd, because the grave seems disturbed. Then upon further inspection, what they realize is, he tried to crawl out of there. There's a ton of these old stories about them finding people who had tried so desperately, so panically to, you know, scratch, claw, pry their way out of a dark death trap, that when their hands were examined, you could see where their nails are shredded off. Well, since this is happening time and time again, people start to say, hey, let's invent something to prevent it. And again, I read this part and thought, here it is, right? Light bulb moment. Everybody gets a moment of clarity, and they realize, yes, there is something that can prevent that. And it would logically be medicine. That actually freaking works. That's how you stop that, right? But they went a whole different direction. They came up with something they called the Tellberger safety coffin. And if you take a look at this casket, it's pretty much just like any other casket, except, see the handy dandy rope? attached to the wrist of the corpse, goes to the ceiling of the casket. Now, if this person were to miraculously come back from the afterlife, all they got to do then is yank on the rope, which rings the bell. And thus is born the phrase, saved by the bell. Yeah, that's where that originates.
Okay, so I'm inside the haunted jail in St. Augustine, and I'm on a tour right now, so I'm trying to be a little quiet. Let's see if we see anything at all.
Now, see if you were paying attention. How many hangings was that? 6. Pay attention. 6. I got one more story to tell. That's one, and I got just the perfect place to tell it. Come on, the gallows is called.
Thank you. Right. We'll stay in the back. Yeah. Oh, we're going outside too, were they? So yeah, this place is creepy. I want to come here alone one night.
Down to the gallows, please.
Turn on this side.
Watch your step.
Okay, this is the Tolomato Cemetery, and this is where we were at last night on the ghost tour, and here is the little boy's grave. This is the little boy's grave right here. Sorry, there's people behind me talking. That's the little boy that fell out of the tree. His grave right there, sitting there by itself. So let's see if we see anything. It's been said that he's been seen out here over 1 million times, I believe. And he's been seen out here, this little 5-year-old boy that fell out of a tree and died many, many years ago.
Because it was established by Morgan in 1777.
Oh, look. It's a ghost tour on a carriage. That is so cool. That's the one thing I haven't done yet here, is go on a ghost tour on a carriage here in St. Augustine. So my granddaughter just told me that the cemetery is open to the public on the 3rd Saturday of every month. Well, that's good to know, because they keep these gates locked otherwise, and it's because these graves are so historic that they're worried about people breaking into the crypts and things like that and stealing body parts, because it's happened. It's a shame, but it has happened. Just waiting to see if I see anything at all. Are you out here, James? Would you like to come over to the fence and say hello to us? We heard all about you last night. Can you talk to us? A lot of music playing in the background. I don't want to copyright. Oh, I just seen something red move in front of the camera. There are people taking pictures and stuff, so could have been what it was. Wow. It's definitely a happening town on the weekends. Any of you ever want to come here on vacation, this is a good spot to come, especially if you want to do some ghost hunting. James, I hope that you spoke to me. I can hear you through my camera, so I will listen back and see if you said anything. It's a little bit noisy out here. I can certainly see why people say that if you want to like walk the streets of this town, it's best to do it at 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. I can definitely understand that now. Here comes another horse and buggy.
And then I got something else to show you.
Okay.
That we found out about.
Look at this. That is a beautiful horse. Wow.
These headstones is Civil War boys. They came at us from 62 to 77.
That's so awesome.
In the corner, as a young girl, was depressed and all, like to be by herself. Well, she hung herself.
Really?
Yeah.
Where
And
at?
they buried her by herself right here.
Right
in the
over
corner,
here?
all alone.
Aw.
You get to the corner about where Lou is. She's right there.
Oh my gosh. That's her grave right
that?
there. Yes. How old was she? Do you remember?
Early 20s.
Early 20s. And since she liked to be all alone, they buried her over here in the corner all alone by herself. Wow. That's so sad. Oops, my camera keeps bumping the rails. And then that's the little boy James right there. You just never know what we're going to catch on camera. Never know. Okay. Take some pictures.
Come on, guys, come back. Of course, that didn't go.
Someone was like, thank
Man.
you for catching me.
Okay, so we're in the motel room right now, and Lou has the Connect hooked up.
Oh,
There it goes. There's somebody in the room. Actually, there was just 2 people in the room. Look at this. There is nobody standing right there. And it's catching somebody.
It was catching 2 of them, and then we just got a giant orb. He's pointing up.
Uh-huh. Who else is here? Come on, come forward. Show yourself like you did a minute ago.
What are you pointing to? Waving?
You can
Yeah,
see
straight
me.
up.
I'm
Pointing
right.
straight up.
I am right
The
there.
circles represent hands.
Okay.
So where the circles are, where his hands is. It looks like he's put his hand on his head, and then looking up, pointing
Yes,
up.
he's pointing up. Look.
Yeah.
Heaven?
Wow.
Pointing, like very.
Who is this? Who is here? Can you say your name? Whisper through my camera. We might hear you.
And something told me, pointed at the mirror. And so there's something up with that mirror over there. And it's not even on the mirror, really.
Wow, Lou, this is crazy.
Oh, wow.
Look. What? There is nobody else in here.
You know what?
There's Lou. There's... Oops, it's zoomed in right on your face. Hold on. Okay, and there's Allie. There's me. There's Lou. There is nobody over here. There's my granddaughter Kylie. And there is nobody in this
angel.
particular area right here. Hmm?
The angel.
Yeah, there is an angel right there. Okay, he's gonna put the spirit box on.
It looks like he's praying.
Mm-hmm. Hello, who's there with us? Maybe we should dim the lights so that we can see it better.
Did I disappear the... Can you come back, please?
There he is.
Who is that? Hello?
I just had it high.
Alright, so we're in the hotel. And we're picking up something on the Connect here. And so I put on the spirit box to see if we can talk to him.
I just heard a hello.
There we go as well.
Hello, what's your name?
That's the thing about this box, is like, let me see.
Mom.
Whoa, you scared the shit out of me.
Oh, I didn't know I'd be on there.
Oh, it's okay. Well, yeah, it's okay. But look, there's a spirit in this room. Look.
I see this.
Wow,
It's like
that's
it's like
so weird.
It might go through in a minute.
Oh, that's like cut out.
There's somebody right there.
Wow.
This must be,
Okay, Lou's finagling with the box over there. He's going to try to get this box going. He said this box is very similar to the PSB7, the one I normally use. Oh, there, oh, look, right there. Who's with us? Who's with us right now? Can you tell us your name? There's nobody there. Whoa. Yes.
hello? you could. Now it's scanning AM and FM.
Okay.
So it just sounds like a bunch of noise.
I don't think I
just
care
heard
for this
laughing.
box. You heard laughing? I like the PSB7 for sure. I can turn it on here in a minute too. I just kind of wanted to see what this box was all about. I've heard some things about it. Lou said himself that he likes the PSB7 better himself than this one. There's somebody in this room with us right there.
Wow. So weird sounding.
Does it
Hello?
ever sound like that?
Never sounded like that before. Very weird.
I don't sound, I've never heard it, but I don't sound right.
I've never had it do this, ever. Almost like it's broken.
What the heck? Show yourself again.
I'm seeing balls of light.
Can you show yourself again? Hello?
Oh my god, my whole box is flipping out.
It is?
Look at it. It doesn't do this.
It's not doing this? I mean, it's not doing what it's
completely
supposed to?
wrong. All those lights aren't supposed to be flashing like that. See how it stopped all by itself?
Yeah.
This box is flipping out.
So his box is not even acting the way it normally does.
It's not supposed to do that.
That is so crazy. I just turned my camera off too, and when I turned it off, there was something that came over here right next to me.
I think it's broken.
If I put my arm out, you can see that my arm is out. So it's not me, but it literally came over here right next to me. I'm hoping it happens again. Come over here next to me again like you were just now. Come over here by me. Come on. Show yourself right by me again.
Jeez, don't do that.
Something came over here right by me. Yeah. There it is. Right over there. Right over there. Who are you? Can you tell us your name?
I'm telling you, hook up your box, it'll work.
Alright. I'm gonna hook up my spirit box.
This is what happened to me before, is I started using this box, and I just pull out my PSB7 because you don't get much results.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, I'm gonna turn it on right now. Okay, so we're filming this. Connect, and there is still a figure over
Where the mirror is.
right there, which is right over here by where this mirror is. We put the meter over there. We're going to keep an eye on that meter, but in the meantime, I'm going to turn this spirit box on because Lou can't get the other one to work properly. And I believe he has the PSB 11.
Yeah.
PSB 11.
Crap, 11.
Piece of crap 11, he says. I've heard a lot of bad things about it. People keep asking me to get it, but I don't think I will be getting it. I'm not going to waste my money.
It just literally broke. Also, they said it's haunted. I believe them.
So we are in a haunted room. That's Lou.
Caught you.
Okay, here we go. We're going to try to find out who's in this room with us. Here we go. Whoa. I heard something. Who's in this room with us? Can you say your names if you didn't already? There you are. We see you. Do you know that we see you?
A white dot just showed up like a dead pixel on nowhere.
Right there.
Yeah.
Did you follow us back from the jail? Yes.
Yep.
Oh my goodness. Why did you follow us back? You can't be here with us tonight. You can stay for a little bit, communicate with us, but you can't stay here all night. Do you understand that? Do you have something you want to say to us? Do you need us to help you with anything?
I heard something rumble out there. Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
Alright, I'm gonna use Lou's box. Okay. I just turned my camera off. Alright, here we go. Let's be quiet, everybody.
It's talking.
Who is here? We see you over there. Do you have something that you want to talk to us about? Something you want to say to us? What were you in jail for? What were you in that prison for if you followed us back from there? I'm not sure what you said, but I'll listen back. Keep talking to us. I'm sure you have more to say.
Were you hanged? Were you one of the 8 men who were hanged? What were you pointing to? Why are you pointing up? Is this loud?
Okay.
Oh, it goes about a minute. Okay.
Uh-oh. The screen just went off. Who else with us right now?
Some couple.
Yes, I heard that. Why did you follow us back? Do you want to talk to us?
To eat you.
Did you say...
I heard eating. I just said mama.
What is your name? What is your last name?
So the yellow one is a spirit, the purple one is a pilot. It's here. Who's here? What is your connection here? Are you connected to this facility? So you followed us back from the jail, is that correct? Yes. Were you innocent?
How much time did you do? Looks like he's got his hand behind his head and the hand on his belly.
Yes.
Who's the couple?
Okay, we are about to head inside and put some candles in here in memory of Mike, Gary, Lou's stepdad, Danny, and Cassandra's daughter, Heather. And we're going to put the candles right here. And there's some on this side over here. I feel like this side too. There's a lot more empty spaces. Yes, definitely. So we're gonna put the candles up here. Okay, we've got their candles set up right here. This is in memory of Gary. This one's in memory of Mike. This one's in memory of Cassandra's daughter, Heather. And this one's in memory of Lou Rock's stepdad, Danny, right here. And it has their names on it. We wrote little messages on each one. So we're going to go ahead and light them. Okay, getting ready to light them. Lou's going to light the one in memory of Danny. May God rest your soul, Danny.
God bless you, brother.
God bless you.
Love it.
Because I see the clothes, I see the women dressed as princesses, and I see us just...
And Cassandra's going to light the one in memory of her daughter, Heather, who just died a couple months ago.
Guess what? No one can stop us because we're looking beautiful. What kind of music you want to
Love you, baby.
This is in memory of Gary. I love you, Gary. I love you, Mike. I miss you guys. Love you. So now they have a candle lit here in St. Augustine in this beautiful chapel.
The same way we're all hanging out.
Yep,
We're all hanging out.
they're all hanging out just like we are. That's Gary and his favorite color, Mike his favorite color, Heather her favorite color, and Danny is all white.
It's a white boy.
White boy. Wow, it's such a beautiful little tribute memorial for our loved ones. We love you guys and we miss you so much. And this is in memory of you. I'm sure you're smiling down right now with joy that we've place these candles here in this beautiful chapel because I know your hearts and I know how you guys are, and I know that you would be thrilled with this. We love you guys. Miss you so much. When you guys died, a piece of us went with you. And a piece of us will always remain missing because of you. But we know that you're always close to us in our hearts, in our minds, and in our souls. This is such a beautiful chapel.
Such an awesome.
Yes, definitely. Wow. God rest your souls.